Hi, John here. Welcome to part 2, lesson 8. Should you buy an existing business? In this lesson I'll discuss researching the business you're thinking about of buying, the pluses and minuses of buying a business or starting a business from scratch, and negotiating the deal. Looking at the business you want to buy. When you're in the process of buying a business, you're at the stage where due diligence occurs. You most likely have to sign a confidentiality agreement with the seller and assure him or her that you won't contact anyone for additional information about the business without his or her prior approval. The last thing a seller wants to do is disrupt or threaten important relationships with staff or suppliers by prematurely announcing the sale of the business. As you begin evaluating the business for sale, verify the values and examine the status of the following items. This is your due diligence. Inventory. Inventory refers to all products and materials on hand for resale or use by the client. You need to verify how much inventory that business has. You need to do your due diligence on furniture, fixtures, equipment, and the building. Get a list from the seller that includes the name and model number for each piece of equipment. That determines its present condition, market value, etc. Find out how much the seller has invested in leasehold improvements on the building. Learn everything you can about furniture, fixture, equipment, and building. You also want to do your due diligence. Get copies of all contracts and legal documents on that business. If the business is incorporated, you want to check to see what state that business is incorporated in and if it's in good standing. You need to check out that business's tax return. Make sure you have access to the previous 5 years of returns. You'll need financial statements. You want to evaluate the books and financial statements for the past 5 years to determine the earning power of that business. Sales records. Although sales will be logged in the financial statements, take a careful look at the monthly sales records for at least the past 36 months. You want a complete list of liabilities. You want to take a look at all accounts receivable and payable. You want to look at the debt. You want to check out whether merchandise is returned and why it's returned. You need to check out customer patterns. How was that business marketing? What was its marketing strategies? How much was that business spending in advertising costs? You need to take a look at that industry and market that business is in. You need to do your due diligence on the location and market area. You need to check out the business's reputation. How is the business perceived by its customers as well as its suppliers? You need to look at what the business pays in salaries to its employees and the owner. You want a list of current employees and the organizational chart. You want to make sure the business is insured. You want to check out the product liability of whatever that business is in. The pluses of buying existing businesses are that you get a business that is already running. You get customers and income. You get suppliers, you get a track record, and you might make a good deal. It might be cheaper to buy an existing business than start a new one, and you get experienced employees. The minuses of buying a business is that you might have to sink a lot of money into it. You might be getting into something that you don't know what you're getting into. That's where due diligence comes in. No matter how much research you do, you won't know everything about that business. Negotiating the deal of buying that business. When buying a business, the seller will give you his price, and that price is usually negotiable. Generally, the seller will ask for a price that is on the high side. Now, negotiating is an art, not a science. I believe you should counter with a much lower offer. The seller then will come back with another price. You shouldn't move fast when you're negotiating. You should take it nice and slow, because let them sweat a little. Let them know that there are other businesses that you're looking into buying, so that he's not the only one that you're interested in. Even if, in review, researching the business you're thinking of buying, do your due diligence. Consider the pluses and minuses of buying a business or starting a business from scratch. And very importantly, negotiate a good deal for yourself. Thank you. That's all for now. See you in the next lesson.